Hello, everyone. My name is Charles, and I want to welcome you to the God Principles and Philippines After Dark. This particular video is going to cover the five things that you have to be concerned about when coming to the Philippines. As an expat, we find the Philippines very inviting. It's created that way for a reason. They want to cater to the vacationers and retirees. So this environment is specially being developed to be warm and inviting because we're part of the economy here in the Philippines. But there are some things that you need to know before you come here. I'm about to give you top causes of death in the Philippines, and you need to be concerned about. And be sure and stay around for number 5, because number 5 is something that you may not experience in your home country. I know it was not a big issue in the United States. When we come here, we have to adjust to the environment. And there are some things that we need to be prepared for, because everything can work fine when everything goes well. But what happens when something goes wrong? Here's the first one: heart disease. This is the leading cause of death in the Philippines. It tells you how important to be aware of your heart health and take preventive measures. Here in the Philippines, the first thing that I experienced is the heat. My body is not accustomed to it, so there was a period of adjustment. I couldn't really get out there and do like everybody else do. I'm coming from Milwaukee in the Midwest. I came here in December. My body was accustomed to the wintertime. My blood had changed and everything else, so I had a period of adjustment there. But here's some things that I noticed people coming here that they haven't taken into consideration that I did, and it did cause some concerns. Recently, if you notice, Michelle is not here. She came here and she had prescription meds and hadn't checked out how to get them refilled here in the Philippines. Luckily, she got some people to help her, but if it wasn't for that, she would have been hard pressed to try to get it done on her own. The pharmacies, they had to go around looking for various ones. They didn't carry her medication and they had to search around. The next thing you have to be concerned about is medical care. You hear about this all the time, but I want to tell you the doctors here are fabulous. They are well trained. It is the hospitals that you have to be concerned about. And that becomes a real concern when you're dealing with medical issues that may arise unexpectedly. The second thing, and this is the one that I see a lot, is chronic lower respiratory diseases. These are lung diseases like COPD, particularly caused by smoking. Long-term smokers come here, cigarettes are cheap, and so they continue that addictive habit only to have it pop up on them unexpectedly here in the Philippines, and they've chosen poorly that they haven't considered stopping smoking or at least be near medical facilities that they can get the proper care. That is another issue. When you come here and choose your location, be sure you have chosen a location to at least get acclimated, because you never know what this environment is going to pop up on you. And you want to stay to the end, because that fifth one caught me by surprise. And I want to make sure that you know about it too. The next one is diabetes. Diabetes is a problem here. It's a real problem. If you having problem with diabetes, be sure you haven't gotten it under control. One of the things that I'm concerned about is becoming a diabetic. Right now, my sugar is under control, but I made sure I managed my health issues back in the States long before I made the decision to come here. And so I continue those health practices in order to maintain my health, because keep it real here. When we come overseas, You never know what you may run into. And here in the Philippines is no different. The next one is tuberculosis. That's right. This is the one. This surprised me. We don't run into tuberculosis that much in the United States. But here it's a problem. It's a real problem in this culture. Tuberculosis is a big thing, and you have to be concerned about it, how you move around and who you associate with. And I want to keep going further in that there's some personal stories to illustrate how important this is. Number one, healthier diets. We come from a toxic environment for food. In the United States, only the healthy foods are around the outside of the store. All of the processed foods in the middle of the store are highly processed and highly toxic. And I see people coming over here bringing those first world lifestyles, not realizing they're going to run into those first world health issues. You're going to have to be real concerned about that because you're coming here 30s, 40s, 50s, and I've seen some horror stories happen over here. It's like, and I'm going to share that toward the end. The next thing you have to be concerned about is finding local support. One of the things I do, you can check down in my description, you can contact me, and I work with people who want information, who want to start developing a digital income so that they can make a transition and have the financial freedom to choose to live wherever they want. You don't only have to choose the Philippines. The Asia Pacific is geared toward a lower cost of living, lower stress, and they are very inviting to the retiree community. And based on what's going on in first world countries, a lot of expats are making that choice. Important thing is to have boots on the ground. Have someone that you can contact that you're going to trust. Because whether you like it or not, you got a target on your back, you have a higher income, and they know that. One of the things, and these are the personal stories that I'm going into now, that I was like, I've been here 2 years, and I just now find a reliable housekeeper through no fault of their own. They're very nice people. However, they're very transient. You may hire someone who's got a passport and is waiting for an opportunity overseas. They'll be working for you as a housekeeper. You get a call saying, sir, I gotta go. I just got assigned over in Saudi Arabia or Dubai or someplace else. And they gotta go. And next thing you know, you haven't prepared for it because you become real reliant on those that you can trust. The housekeeper that I have took me 2 years, and you know how I found her? Because before I even hired her, she used to stop by here and ask me, are you doing okay? And I didn't hire her or anything. She just showed a genuine care and concern for me. And that's going to lead me into this next terrible story. She didn't come this weekend. She had to attend a funeral, and it was a person who had passed from tuberculosis. He was 16 years old. 16. And he already experienced a part of life, and tuberculosis took him out of it. These are the realities of living in the Philippines, that you're going to experience issues with people here on a regular basis. If you have any grieving issues, get ready for it. I got another story for you. A few weeks ago, there was an expat. He passed. He came here after having 2 strokes. 2. He had been dating a Filipina. He came here, lived together. They actually got married. They have the wedding celebration here. They had birthday parties here. And then one day, his health took a turn for the worse. He was a heavy drinker. He was drinking himself to death. And so, just like that, they took him to the hospital. He sat there in the waiting room, and he passed away. Just like that. He was fine one day. The next day, his health took a turn for the worse, and it went downhill fast. Real fast. and getting to the right hospital may have helped him, but I don't think he really wanted it. I really didn't. But the sad part about it is it left the Filipina in a financial strait. And so she was caught having to leave here with no financial support. The things that he had said he was set up, come to find out, he hadn't. I felt real sorry for that woman. I wanted to help her, but she got up and left because the guys here in Basewater, that we're a close-knit group and we look out after each other, even though I don't hang out with them a lot right now because I'm too busy doing other things. But this is what I want you to do. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments with a video and I'll be sure to try and cover and answer those questions. If you are looking for a way to create a digital income, even for your home country, I have courses and I do training for people wanting to develop a digital income. Like right now, I'm working with a guy that is deaf. He lives in Texas, and I'm teaching him right now how to bring on and develop a digital income so he can go live back in Thailand, because he went to Thailand and went back to the States and got stuck. My name is Charles Davis. I ask that you like, share, and subscribe. If my content has been of value, leave your comments below, and I'll see you next week. Philippines After Dark.